25 years ago, a race was born here in the heart of Helena. A bold vision sparked by a love for the trails and a sense of community.
The best part of the Don't Fence Me In race is the awesome, energetic community vibe that happens.
3, 2, 1.
This is my favorite Helena event every year. It's like your kickoff to spring.
It's just really a celebration of Helena, Montana running, and I've had the privilege of traveling the world for going to races in Europe and all over, and it's just a really special race.
I think the most unique thing is actually the trails. Most communities don't have a trail system like this where you can actually run a whole race on trails. And then the people. I think the people in this race are incredible. You see like hardcore runners that are in the 30K all the way down to dog walkers. I think it's one of the best events for Helena because I think it really showcases this community in the best light.
In 2000, a few passionate PPLT volunteers started the Don't Fence Me In trail run to showcase Helena's trails and open space. The race was about more than running. It was about belonging.
In 2000, I got on the board and was running with a bunch of girlfriends, and they were like, we should do something for Prickly Pear, like have a run or something. But none of us were really experienced runners. We had never done a race, I don't think. And I was like, hey, Martin Miller, you've done races. Do you think we can do one? And Martin was all the brains behind the race. He figured out the course, he figured out the timing, he did everything that matters. It wouldn't exist without Martin.
Well, I think Prickly Pear Land Trust has really made the event what it is. The complexities of putting it on are way more than myself and a couple other volunteers could handle. And so it's important that they be able to do that because otherwise there probably wouldn't be a race.
This race is one of my favorite things that the Land Trust does. It has always been a very family-friendly kind of local vibe and feel to it, very Helena-centric, and it continues to have that today, although the race has grown into a regional, impactful trail race that attracts quite a bit of athletic talent, and especially in the 30K race division. We're starting to see, and actually for years have been seeing some of the nation's best runners have either started here or run this race over the years.
It's almost like a festival. It's almost like a celebration of what the body is capable of doing and celebrating being out, pushing yourself, whether it's the 5K or the 30K, and then just connecting with the community.
Having been a race director and as a current race director for other things, it's hard to get people, and they just have such a good model for bringing in people and doing it and just making it such a fun day. And it's important for people to come and see the trails or to use the trails and to take advantage of what we've got.
I think the level of support from the community and what a big event it is and the party afterwards is so much fun. It's a lot different than any other trail races I've done before.
To see what's happening today, it's pretty incredible. It does show you what a good race this is. It's challenging and it's pretty, and I think Prickly Pear does a great job of treating you well at the end too.
The race has grown from 50 runners to over 1,800 participants and volunteers. They come together every year to support the work of Prickly Pear Land Trust, connecting land and people through trails and open space.
In those first few years, the momentum kind of grew because our community loves Prickly Pear Land Trust. And so people wanted to get involved. Like the first year, I was approaching every casual acquaintance I ever had and saying, will you be a course guard? What's your name? What's your phone number? What's your email? You know, by the third year, people were calling us and saying, you know, what can I do? So people want to help Prickly Pear Land Trust. They want Prickly Pear Land Trust to be successful. And it's a really fun race. And now it's a fun event. I think it's so important to involve families, you know, and get kids liking the outdoors. If we don't have kids that like the outdoors, they're not going to support things like Prickly Pear Land Trust when they grow up.
Last year, my friends and I, the Queens of the Mountain, raised over $3,000, and most years I've been one of the top, if not the top, fundraiser.
Avon has really felt this in her blood ever since she was young and just took a hold of it, asked her friends to join, and they've been trail raising for several years now, and they have won the fundraiser. They've won that every single year for the last few years, and they have fun doing it. And you can tell. Then they come and run the race together, and it's just pure joy.
I think it's important to be a trail raiser and support Prickly Pear Land Trust, because otherwise there will be development and houses built and big buildings built, and there won't be the green spaces and the trails that everybody enjoys.
I think more and more people are realizing that we are lucky to be in a place that is at the center of the conservation movement. The work that Prickly Pear does is at the core of one of the biggest crises that our world is facing, and to be able to participate in helping work towards solutions, this race is a way to do that.
It's just wonderful to see how it's growing. It's an outpouring of love from our community to Prickly Pear Land Trust.
Thank you for 25 incredible years. Thank you for the trails, the memories, and the friendships. And remember, Martin promises the bonus climbs will always be free.